be with you in a minute. I'm just doing the bins. I know, it's a funny place to keep a bin, isn't it? On top of the freezer. I only put them up here because of lack of space elsewhere, but it's actually really convenient to have it just at this height. You don't have to do your back in or anything. I can heartily recommend having bins this height. It has just gone 10 o'clock in the morning. It's midweek at the moment. We went out yesterday with some of Izzy's home ed friends. We did school in the morning. She went out for a big block of time, fairly locally, and then came back and just finished off some history. So that's how we managed that. Monday, what did we do Monday? Monday, we had a day at home and got loads of school done. So we're actually doing quite well this week. We've had no medical appointments this week. We had 1 last week, 3 the week before, and next week 2. So it's another week of disruption next week. I have coffee. Izzy is really excited about this Friday, and I can't quite tell you yet what it's going to be because you need to, you know, keep these things private for safety reasons. But we'll be vlogging Friday, so you will find out what it was. Isabel has been excited about this for 6 months. It's been booked for all that time, so looking forward to sharing that one with you. I'm rather hoping to put Izzy in charge of the camera that day. We'll see if that actually happens. Izzy quite often is in the mood to do things, and then when it actually comes to it, she isn't and changes her mind, so we'll see. But right now it's back to the grindstone because Izzy's doing maths and I've only prepped up to the lesson that she's doing now, and she might finish it in the next half hour or so and needs some more work, so I'm going to prep the next load of maths. We are now this far down the list. I'm printing worksheets off from my phone remotely to that printer at the moment. I'm getting confused about what I have and haven't sent to the printer already, so I'm just letting it all print now. And have a little recap. I should have ticked it off as I was going along. Okay, quite some considerable amount of time later, I have prepped, and I think that will probably keep her busy for the best part of a week and a half. She's got the folder upstairs, so I'll just pop it in there for now. Now I'm just going to check over her history work that she did yesterday evening and file that away. Izzy managed to fit in an extra history lesson this week, yesterday evening, which was really good. I've divided them up to do 3 double spreads per week, based on how many weeks there are in term, but that left us with 6 extra ones. So we have these 6 extra to squeeze in somewhere between now and the end of spring term. If everything else fails, we'll do them over the Easter holidays. We'll keep working history through the Easter. She loves history, so that's not a problem. But we did manage to get one of them off the list yesterday. One of the things I've learned through experience now since September is that 4 hours a day is absolutely not enough to get everything done. And if I just tell Isabel, right, we're doing maths for 1 hour and you're going to get this work done, she just gets to the end of the hour and goes, right, shuts the book. Okay, that's my hour done, finished. And it didn't work. It didn't motivate her to do the work quickly. So now I tell her, gonna get as much of it done as you can in the hour and then finish it off later in the finishy off bit. So yeah, effectively she now has homework in the evenings and weekends, don't you, love?
Exactly.
She's brought her maths folder down. I can pop all the prepped work in there now. She's nearly finished another topic. Where's that work gone that she showed me? That's why I couldn't find it. She already put it in the folder. I so didn't expect her to do that. Right, I've got some marking to do. She's done all right with that. I've just been marking it from the online marking sheet. She's got most of them right, and then she's just suddenly gone astray here. So I think her eye might have jumped to the wrong part of the page and she might have just been reading wrong questions. I'm not sure what she's done. She's just having the rest of her break for 10 minutes and then we're going to start biology. Onto human biology. Biology's going really well this week. After last week, she was just almost at crisis point with, I'm so bored with this, I don't want to do it anymore. And then we moved on to nutrition and sort of different conditions that you can get from various nutritional deficiencies. And all of a sudden, she was interested in it and it went really well. So that's good. I don't know what we've got lined up for today. I'll check in a minute. I was having a very close look at this timetable for the 2 years on the human biology yesterday. And to my very great delight, year 2 from September, we're literally only continuing to cover new ground until half term. And thereafter it's all on exam technique and revision. Today we're going to be starting on mental illness and drugs. More coffee. Yeah. The other lot I had was a bit half-hearted. It was yesterday's microwave and there wasn't very much of it. I have a proper one now. I've spent quite a bit of time this week sorting this folder out because for some reason I had printed off last year's timetable right back in the summer when we were starting. I have a feeling maybe I was so premature that that one didn't exist at the time. I think that's what happened. And it's more or less the same, it's just some things are in different order, so I've been moving things around and creating more tabs because I only prepped up to about half term last term over in the summer because I was just trying to get it started as soon as possible.
The liver just simply can't cope.
Isabel just can't stop sneezing.
I think I'm done now.
She's just done about 25 sneezes. We're supposed to be learning about cannabis.
It's not funny. I think I'm gone.
Oh dear, you've got a nosebleed starting up.
Yeah.
She sneezes so much. It's all the allergies, don't you? Are you done?
Yeah.
She woke up with all bloody nose the other day where she just sneezed so much in the night she set it off. Right, shall we get back to it? This has actually been, I think, one of the most interesting science lessons we've done. What do you think?
My sneezing?
No, not that. You want to be on camera yet?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she's ready for the camera. I don't make her be on it, do I?
No.
No. Anyway, yes, we've been learning about a variety of mental health conditions, mainly depression and schizophrenia. We've seen some very, very interesting videos on that, haven't we? We've just been watching videos today, but almost an hour. We'd better finish off, actually, because it's pizza going to go in the oven. Look at that face. Pizza. Anyway, we're just starting to watch a video on drugs now while the oven preheats. There we are, one frozen pizza and a smattering of oven chips going in. I'll probably do some frozen veg with it as well. How's this doing? Getting there. I'm rubbish at oven cooking. Perhaps I should turn that down a little bit. There's no actual markings on this stove. They've all been cleaned off by the previous occupant. So it was a bit hit and miss. I just have to share with you my rather unusual, but I think very good pizza cutting technique. I think the world over should use this method, so I'm just, you know, getting it out there.
Just snips it.
I'm not sure how well done this pizza is. I told you I'm not good at ovens.
No. Definitely not.
I can't be doing with all those circular pizza cutting wheel things. Oh no.
They don't work very well.
Well, they wreck the baking tray. That's a bit soggy in the middle. Burnt on the outside, soggy in the middle, same as the chips. It's not my forte as it
Well, it
is.
still tastes good.
Probably tastes alright, yeah. Lunch over. New chapter. We've got some squash to drink. I like it when there's a new chapter. Feels like a fresh start. We've just been watching one of these getaway shows, haven't we, while eating pizza. One of these shows where people go and rent abroad for a few months.
Mummy, you need to hurry up and buy that all-inclusive we're planning.
We're desperate for a holiday that's actually a holiday in a hotel and
That's not for work.
not me going over there and working and then exploring while I'm there kind of thing.
It's not very interesting for me, the holidays.
No, they're not. They're not holidays for Izzy when I go over to do musical stuff.
Yeah, it's
No.
just...
The last holiday we've had in an actual hotel where we've actually gone for total recreation and relaxation was Albufeira.
Which was a long time ago.
And Izzy, if you go and look at those old vlogs, they're really shaky by the way, but if you go and look at those old vlogs, Izzy was a little pipsqueak with a squeaky high-pitched voice.
I know.
Which was so cute.
And I practically had no eyebrows.
I know, we watch back sometimes, don't we? And,
So if you watch that, go and comment, Izzy has no eyebrows.
I don't think you can, because I think I've had to mark them all as made for kids, because you were under 12.
Well, comment down below now. I have no eyebrows. Because I didn't have eyebrows. I did have eyebrows, but they were practically invisible.
They've bushed up since, haven't they?
Yeah.
She's off again. Don't poke yourself in the eye with the pencil.
It's gone. No, it's not.
Oh dear.
Getting dizzy now.
I knew I'd catch her eventually. Quite often Izzy's work is punctuated by violent sneeze attacks.
Okay, it's gone.
Finished?
Yeah, feeling a bit lightheaded though.
Oh dear.
I got another one.
You've got another nosebleed, have you? Oh, I'll zoom out. I don't think people want to see your bloody tissues. I'm not swearing. That one didn't need a beep, okay? That was, yeah,
See more?
family and friendly and all that. Oh, you poor old sausage. Oh dear. See, but we weren't making it up. The sneeze things were real. She was already going quite a while I was fumbling for the camera to get it on. Right, where were we? I'm quite a few pages in now. Doing about writing to describe and how to answer a long essay question in the exam. We've already been revising the very first paragraph in this book to just go over some things that we did before, and now we're moving on. It's about 5 to 4 and English was all me reading to Izzy today, and she's been drawing at the other end of the sofa while I've been doing it. How are you getting on, Iz?
Okay.
Oh, that looks nice. These are the pro markers again.
Yeah. Well, these ones are pro markers, and then this one is Design Works.
Oh, okay.
From the Works.
Oh, yeah. Look, I decided Izzy needed a really big pencil case. So I got this from Asda's the other day for £1, I think, or it might have been £2. I can't quite remember. Izzy's getting really into washi tape, aren't you?
Yeah.
Can you show us how washi tape works?
Like this one, like I just put it at the end and it makes it look nicer.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Got any more to show us that we haven't seen yet?
I did this one, but then I've dropped my pen at the end, so it has a long mark on it.
That's so frustrating. I wonder what you can do about
And
that.
there's this one which I haven't finished yet.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. They bleed through a lot, don't they? So this is the other side of the picture.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Then this one from when I didn't have the skin tone pens. So the
You
skin
have
is
now.
really
She's got
dark.
a whole set of skin tone pens now, haven't you?
Yeah.
They're mixed up in there, I think, aren't they?
Yeah. Well,
look
not
at-
all of them, because there's a lot of them.
And look at this bargain. Well, £3 for all those, didn't you?
There's 10. I haven't used them yet. I got them yesterday, so I'm going to use the green one for this.
One of our subscribers, is he called, and I'm not sure if it's Charry or Carrie. Be lovely if you could let me know in the comments. But Charry or Carrie Wilder says that many years ago, when her dad used to work in the post office, every Christmas he used to come on with eye infections, and it was brought on by the glitter.
Yeah, you told me already.
So that's something to think about, isn't it? Izzy's going to have a top up of squash. She's keeping hydrated. And I'm going to get more coffee. Yay! This kitchen, meanwhile, is getting worse and worse and worse. I've been almost all the time of Izzy's homeschooling today, I've either been spent with her or doing prepping, so I haven't done any housework at all yet, and I really need to hoover because she's so sneezy. But I'm going to set her off to work now. The next bit, I'm going to read history to her. She can keep drawing.
Can we do literature now?
Yes, we can do literature. We can swim around. That's fine. One of the perks of home reading, you can just do what they feel. Okay. As he was just saying, and I didn't have the camera on her, that history is her favourite to do last. And why is that, my dearest?
No, it's most relaxing.
Is it? You love history, don't you?
Yeah.
What about the topics we're doing now, though? The build-up to World War One.
It's still interesting because it's like a story.
Yeah. It's shocking as well in many parts,
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it
Well,
is shocking.
most of it. The vast majority is horrific, isn't it? This is probably a bit sad, but sometimes I like to play a little game when the kettle's boiling and we're having a break time. It's just the race with the kettle. I try to race with the kettle to see how much washing up I can get done before it boils. Even though it's just a handful of items, and fill the sink up with hot water and dirty crockery to soak. I'm just waiting for this to warm up. It's still warm. And then I feel like I've got a bonus bit done. It's so sad. This is one of my IKEA pots I had for Christmas from ID that I knew he was buying me because I was there when he got them. Right, that's come through hot now. It could be soaking then while I read Izzy her history for 10 or 20 minutes. Izzy brought all her cups down and straws. She had a huge collection. Oh, there's the kettle. All right. It's very insistent, isn't it? It nags you. I remembered I've actually got a mini electric kettle downstairs in Flute Cave, still packed in a box. I might dig that out at some point if I want Izzy to boil some water, because I'd rather she doesn't use the gas stove, especially if I'm out of the shops or something. I think that was a case of kettle 1, mum 0. I've got nothing clean on the draining board, but these can be soaking nicely while we start our history. I've got a bit of a sore throat, to be honest. We're reading for almost a solid hour and stopping to have chats about relevant bits of the curriculum. Right, back to work then. We're doing poetry. I'm going to study this poem, If. Oh, we've actually had a look at this already, haven't we? Rudyard Kipling, I think. Same one that wrote The Jungle Book.
Can you reread it?
I will reread it. I will reread it. And I will read it with the comments as well up the side. Izzy takes in things by ear very well indeed, don't you? So well that it's just like...
Not to brag.
Well, better than by reading it yourself.
Yeah.
You soak
It's
things
true.
up by ear, don't you? Be them song lyrics, lines from a play, whatever. It's just like...
I never look at lines for... I never look at like song lyrics. I just listen to the song like 3 times and I've got it. Got all of the lyrics.
That's incredible. So, and that's by listening, isn't it? So, although it gives me a bit of a sore throat, if I just read it to her, it does actually go in much faster than if she reads it. Not to say that you don't read, because you read for pleasure anyway.
Yeah, I do
at
read,
night
like,
usually
don't
in
get
bed.
It twisted, I do read. It's just it goes in better. If it's read too more.
Like when we were doing history the first time when you were 11, bless you, going on 12, just for fun. I mean, it wasn't like didn't get a high score or anything, but you know, we had to go as the exam came near. I thought, well, we might as well sit it because it was paid for as part of the course anyway, and she was getting D's in the mocks, and I thought, well, you know, it's a bit of something, you might as well. And so I was just, quite often I was just reading and rereading.
Yeah, I didn't get a good grade, but it was still fun.
But it
was a good experience, I think.
Yeah, it was useful for me as well, actually. I didn't expect that consequence. But it was useful for me because then when I found myself in the position having to orchestrate them, I had an experience of facilitating GCSE curriculum orchestrated by a third party who was experienced. So that was really useful. Can't remember where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so I would quite often reread the same chapter over and over. For instance, the Watergate scandal. And after a while, I would pause for breath, and Isabel would finish the sentence for me. So, like, it was literally learning it like lines.
Watergate scandal. I know that a lot of people found that boring, but I found that quite interesting.
We're not doing it this time around because we were doing Edexcel for history previously, but now we're doing AQA.
Which is good because it has more like old history.
Yeah.
Like Elizabeth I, which I like because...
Will you still like it after you've been forced to study it?
I'm not forced because I chose to do it.
Isabel didn't choose biology, did you? I just insisted you needed to have
I did not choose biology.
A science.
No, she said A science, so I chose biology out of all the options.
Oh, yeah. I think you did enjoy it today and yesterday.
Yeah, I enjoyed it today, which was the rare occasion.
And I think you secretly enjoyed nutrition as well. So it wasn't too sciencey, was it? It was. It's more relatable. Anyway, I'm going off on a right tangent here.
Yeah, you
Let's get on. Bye.
People will be unsubscribing because you're ranting.
There's Rudyard Kipling, look. He lived from 1865 to 1936, and he's the one responsible for the original book, The Jungle Book. It's now about 5:25 in the evening. We're feeling tired, we're flagging now. We've done literature, so we've done 4 hours of study today so far. And because we're home all day, we're squeezing an extra hour in about half an hour. So I'm going to play Candy Crush and eat Marmite crisps, and Isabel is upstairs. I think she's playing some game or other and eating mini cheddars. And then we're going to reconvene and do history. And Izzy likes doing history, so it's not really a chore. And she always likes to save it till last because she looks forward to it and just chills out. We started history. She's gone upstairs to just do the bit of work for the workbook, and I am going down to Flute Cave, and I'm going to practice my flute now and get on with the things that I need to do for the day. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.